All right. Like Tom just said this morning, we're like 2 weeks ahead when it comes to temperature wise. So that's we're trying to move stuff on as quickly as possible for you. I know a lot of you were asking for some peonies, but the very first variety I got here is the peony Kansas, which is red. It's more it's a zone 3 to zone 8. It will get 3 feet in height. It's 3 feet in width. It's a very large, fragrant, fuchsia red flower to it. It likes to be in red, rich, fertile, medium, and medium moist, well drained soil. For most of them, they're all the same. It's basically this is more of a vigorous perennial that produces a great cup flower, and it's a good variety to draw butterflies. Go ahead to the next picture, please. This is the Sarah Bernhardt. This is one of the 3 natural ones we have outside. This once again, this peony also be zone 3 to zone 8. Another one that gets also 3 feet in height as well as 3 feet in width. Large, fragrant, rose pink-like flower. Once again, rich, fertile soil, medium moist, and needs to be in well-drained soil. Another one is vigorous perennial that produces great cup flowers. Another good variety for drawing butterflies. As you can see, this one's just starting to show up, but for landscapers and retailer, you can see it is doing very well. But like I said, this should be going a lot more faster because the way the temperature is. I think it's going to get cool again for the next couple of days. Beginning of the week, but still we got a good start for these varieties right here. Go ahead to the next picture, please. And last final, this is the shorter one compared to the other 3, but it is showing life, and I do got that in current. Peonies, the Shirley Temple. This is another variety that gets zone 3 to zone 8. We get 3 feet in height as well as 3 feet in width. It's a full white, long-lasting flower to it. Once again, moist, well-drained soil. These varieties are considered to be very low maintenance and virtually pest-free. It's a gorgeous, long-lasting flower on a hardy foliage. It adds beauty to the garden and provides great cup flowers. What's not showing it, I don't have a picture of. I also got the regular perennials, peonies, tree peonies that did move into current. They were in 3B. It'll be a listing I'll talk about later, but basically you have the other 4 varieties, I believe, of peonies also put in there also too. Go ahead to the next picture, please.
So in regards to the peonies, the 3 that David showed you are natural. These are typically grown outside. We uncover these houses early in the season, so they've experienced all the ups and downs with the temperature being uncovered. So the last week when it was cold, these plants were uncovered. So this is more, we try and keep this along the lines more of a natural. So these should be relatively, I won't say bulletproof, but they should handle quite a bit of what's coming up weather-wise. The interspecies ones that Dave was referring to are the tree peony, shrub peony crosses. Those we receive very early in the fall. We leave those in 3B, so those are actively growing. They're probably in the 12 to 15 inches tall, and they've got the bud set off. So that would be the difference in those. Those are typically right now running at about 40, 45 degree night temps. Obviously, we can't do that when it's above that outside, but that's the difference. Go ahead to the next picture.
Okay, right now we have the pulmonary high contrast. We do have 2 varieties of pulmonaries for this for you. The high contrast is a variety that's out the farthest. This thing is it's got some good buds on it. It's getting ready to show some color. This variety also known as lungwort. This is zone 4 to zone 9. It gets 9 inches in height to 24 inches in width. It has a beautiful pink-like, blue-like flowers to it. It likes to be enriched with more well-drained soil. You want to avoid getting this variety dried out. So when it gets hot, you might want to water it more than you usually do. Good variety for drawing hummingbirds, and it is considered to be a very low maintenance variety. Spreading ground cover has a silvery splash on it, and the leaves are pink, blue flowers, and it tolerates most pests as well. Next picture, please. Now I did start moving some stilbies on. Now the stilbies are just basically coming out. They're about camp full. As you can see, the great thing about stilbies is when some of the varieties, when they're beginning the season, they'll have this beautiful red amber foliage to it. And as the season progresses, it gets warmer, it will turn to that beautiful green lush foliage with some beautiful flowers on it. This stilby is zone 4 to zone 9. It's 24 to 30 inches in height, as well as 12 inches, 18 inches in width. The fanal has a beautiful red spikes-like flowers to it. We go to 19 centimeter. It likes to be moist and wet soil. It cannot endure drought, so you make sure another one things you want to make sure you water it more during the hot season to keep it moist. It's a rugged, beautiful shade. Throws long and colorful spikes throughout the summer. Uh, Go ahead to the next picture, please. All right, now this is the Astilbe Montgomery, also known as Japanese Astilbe. This variety is zone 4 to zone 8. It will get 20 inches to 24 inches of height, as well as 18 inches in width. This one has a beautiful, another thing, spikes of red flowers to it. Once again, well-drained soil, and this variety will bloom between the times of June and August. Likes to be in part shade to full shade. But we have this variety also in full sun that seems to do just as well also. Uh, Makes an outstanding specimen when, especially when it's paired with other varieties such as white flowering plants. Next picture, please. Now we've got some good dianthus we put on for you. This dianthus is the Starburst. It's in zone 5 to zone 9. It will get 7 to 10 inches in height, as well as 6 to 8 inches in wide. It's a pink with white and red flower to it, almost like a splash of bicolor almost. We have this in 19 centimeter. It likes to be in dry, arid soil, and also make sure it's a well-drained soil. Bloom time for this is usually from the late spring to late summer. But we have these in minimum heat houses. As you can see, they're starting to get some good buds on them. Produces large, semi-double, fairly cherry red flowers splashed with white. The flowers have a spicy fragrance, and it's a good variety for attracting butterflies, and it's also good for using for cut flowers. Next picture, please. Now, this variety is a very stunning one. This is what they call the Dianthus Silver Star. It's zone 3 to zone 9. It will get 4 inches to 8 inches in height, as well as 6 to 18 inches in width. This has a beautiful striking. It is a white flower with this beautiful red center to it. We grow this in 19 centimeter. Once again, soil mostly on the dry side for this variety. Water regularly during the growing season. Once established, it requires occasional watering, and this is a good variety. Most of Dianthus variety, they do best when you plant them in the direct full sun. Produces large, semi-double, red ruffles, flowers with maroon eye. The flowers are held erect on the long, upright stems with a compact mound of blue foliage. As you can see, they're nice, compact, full of buds, and it will be cracking colors in a couple of days. Go ahead to the next picture, please. All right, next and final for the Dianthus is the Dianthus Fire Witch. This variety is a zone 3 to zone 9. It will get 6 to 8 inches in height, as well 12 inches in width. This variety has a beautiful ice blue foliage with pink single flowers. We grow this in 19 centimeter. Likes being well drained soil, and once again for Dianthus, you might have to water occasionally during the season gets very hot. A plant in full sun. Long blooming, great for bouquets and cottage gardens. Light trimming after the bloom. Foliage will recover and looks nice into the going out into the winter. And go ahead to the next picture, please. Okay, now this is the hydrangea quercifolia Alice, also known as the oak leaf hydrangea. It's zone 5 to zone 9. We get 5 feet in height, as well to 8 feet in height, to 5 to 8 feet in width. This is a variety that has a beautiful white flower to it. It likes to be in medium, well-drained soil. Bloom time for most of the hydrangea Alice is between the month of June and July. Plant in the full sun to part shade. Good fall color. Winter exfoliating the bark, which is almost like a birch, almost like the bark. Bloom description is a white, white fading to pink, and prune if needed immediately after it flowers and occurs on, and it does rebloom on old wood. And I think in the last and final picture, please. This one is the quercifolia, hydrangea quercifolia ruby slippers, also known as oak leaf hydrangea. This is zone 5 to zone 9. It will get 3 to 4 feet in height, as well as 3 to 5 feet in width. This is a very beautiful flower. It starts off as white, and as the season progresses, it turns to this beautiful ruby red flowers, as you see the picture just on the right below. Trim, basically, sometimes what they recommend is you can trim it while it's dormant to help keep it in the shape and form that you desire. Opens up as white but fades to red, and it's considered to be a very low maintenance variety. Good fall color, and it thrives in moist soil. That's what I have for the Maine.
Back to the long road, Frank's Trail, like I said, we've talked about it over time. It does tolerate a lot of different conditions for soils, gives you good fall foliage, and it does a good job of growing. So it's have a good supply of the 15, so you can see they're really nice plants. Really like to see these go down the road. We'll go to Maclura. Maclura is probably one of the lesser known plants. This is one of the ones that was looked at for subs for street trees. Maclura will tolerate a lot of conditions. This is not your typical Osage orange. For those of you who don't know, that Maclura is Osage orange. This is a male form. It does not have the big fruit, so it's clean that way. You can see in the picture on the left, it does grow pretty aggressively. It will fill out. It is a little bit of an open grower. It has great summer foliage. It's a dark glossy green, pretty much disease insect resistant. It's a good overall tree, and it does have yellow foliage in the fall. It is one of the last trees to lose foliage in the fall, and it's one of the later ones to break growth in the spring as well. So tolerates a lot of soil conditions. And I wouldn't say it's bulletproof, but it's pretty close. Next is the Perodia persicapendula. See in the one picture it's being used as a ground cover, and another one they've trained it up. Ours are top grafts, as you can see in that left-hand picture. This is a zone 4 to 9 plant, 10 foot high by 10 foot wide. These are in 15s, so it will tolerate clay soil. The main claim to fame on this plant is the fall foliage. You're getting yellow, oranges, reds, and some purpling in there. So it does do an excellent job with fall foliage. The flowers that are on it in the spring are pretty much inconspicuous. And last is chicken oak. This is just a medium size. It's in the white oak family. See there, it will get relatively large, 60 feet high, 70 feet wide. Tolerates soil conditions pretty much like white oak. It's not going to grow well like swamp white, where to grow in wet conditions. It needs well-drained soils, but it is a good overall shade tree. There again, on this one, you're going to need a big area for it to grow in. And as you can see the picture on the 15 gallon, it's got a really good head on it. Oaks in general, and trees, especially smaller ones, it's difficult to have them get nice full heads.